You know, I'd really like to get a UU game with the bird spam team. Remember that? All right, let's get into a game here. Wait a second. There's a nickname clause? All right, hold on just a sec. Hello everyone, it's the TheCanadianWifier. Shoutouts to whoever came up with the brilliant idea of putting in a nickname clause on Showdown, as if there weren't already enough bullshit things running around on this website. But besides the point, I'm bringing you a UU battle today. You might remember this team, I brought it to you a while ago. The whole idea of the team was to look really interesting and intimidating off of Team Preview, which is why I haven't quite started it up yet. I suppose we shall do it right now. As you can see, the second it hits you, you're just kind of like, whoa, that's a lot of flapping. And it's just kind of a silly team. I normally have the Bird Keeper avatar while I'm using this team as well. As you can see, a little bit weak to Ampharos on this team, as you could expect. Not actually too bad on rocks, considering I have two Pokemon with Taunt, them being Crobat and Aerodactyl. I also have Defog on Crobat. So, like, rocks are the least of this team's worries. If you have a defensive Steel or Electric type, I'm a lot more worried. But just in general, it's supposed to be more of a fun team. Looking at his team, outside of the Ampharos and possibly the Crocodile, nothing really scares me, so I'm just actually going to lead off with the Aerodactyl, predicting the Crocodile. Also, we're going to switch back to black and white sprites, so brace yourselves. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to lead off with the Aerodactyl in an attempt to predict his late Crocodile and taunt it, preventing it from getting up Stealth Rock. Obviously, Knockoff's not going to hurt too badly because I am a Mega, and obviously Earthquake's not going to be able to actually hurt me at all because I'm a Flying type. So as you can see, Knockoff doesn't do very much. I am max attack, a chunklet of HP, and a little bit of defense as well. If I recall correctly, I did cancel that play and was going to go for Aerial Ace, but unfortunately Showdown said differently. At this point, I'm going to double out into Noivern, and Noivern's going to take a little bit of a dump on his team. I realize at this point, because I am 3-attack Life Orb Noivern with Roost, I don't actually have a way of preventing his Crocodile from getting up hazards if he were to switch it in, because at that point, obviously, 2 Draco Meteors would not kill his Crocodile, and he would get up hazards on me. So, basically this entire game, at least for the early portion, is going to be me outplaying his Crocodile and preventing it from getting up rocks, basically every time. He's not going to expect my Crobat to have Taunt as well if I had it on Arrow, so luckily for me that I do have it, and it's going to prevent him getting up rocks again. I aggressively switch right into Noivern into a knockoff, and at this point I realize he's probably going to fodder Tentacruel because he knows he can live a Draco Meteor. Especially 2, and at that point he'd easily be able to bring Crocodile back in. So basically I'm forced to hit 2 Hurricanes if I don't want to drop my special attack, and I do end up hitting 2 Hurricanes, and at this point his Honchkrow, I'm expecting he pursued it on the first turn on my Roost, and then I'm assuming, well, now he's probably going to either switch out or Brave Bird or something. I'll hit him up with a Draco. He ends up going to Darmanitan. Afterwards I Roost on a Rock Slide knowing he's Scarfed. Then I go for, I believe it was a Hurricane to finish off with Darmanitan, as he ends up going into Roserade, which is pretty good for me, and now he goes back into Honchkrow, and once again he tries to pursue me, and on this turn he's going to Sucker Punch, because last time it was Honchkrow versus Noivern, he Sucker Punched, or he switched out when he should have Suckered, and I get a free Roost, so I'm predicting the dog shit out of him at this point. He goes out to Ampharos as I go out into Aerodactyl. I'm assuming a Thunderbolt is coming my way, so I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty easy, I'll just Roost on it. No, he goes for Counter, and then as I switch in Noivern, he reveals the Cotton Guard. So that's terrifying. The only Mon I actually have to really take advantage or be able to kill the fucking Ampharos is my Noivern. So if I let that die, I've pretty much lost to the Ampharos, despite it not having a recovery. At this point, he goes out to Sing, because I'm at -2, and he's able to set up rocks, but luckily, I do still have Crobat, and I can just easily defog them away. At this point, he's going to reveal his full set. It is Discharge, Dragon Pulse, Counter, and Cotton Guard. Just straight up bizarre. But it's still going to be really difficult to break through, because I switched Noivern in, predicting a Discharge or a Cotton Guard, and unfortunately I get bopped with a Dragon Pulse. So at this point, I'm kind of panicking. I'm going to taunt it to make sure it can't recover, and then I remember, oh yeah, it doesn't have recovery, that was bad. Should have just Brave Birded. I also taunted it more or less to prevent it from Cotton Guarding, because if it does end up getting up a Cotton Guard, I literally have no way to beat it. Look at what I have left. 3 Mons that all have physical attacks, and I'm just going to lose to it. So I end up missing an Aqua Tail on his incoming Crocodile, which is a little bit upsetting. I end up taunting the Roserade, and I realize, well, now that the Roserade's taunted, it literally can't sleep me. It can't paralyze me with Sunspore. It can't do anything. So let's just Wing Attack. Wing Attack equals Aerial Ace, but it looks cooler, so I have Wing Attack. And it's at this point where he fucks up. He gets up rocks as I go into Fletch. He toxics me as I go for a burn. And now that he's burned and I don't have an item, he goes for knockoff. I'm sorry. Have you never faced a Fletchender before? That's not how you kill a Fletchender. So I'm just going to go for acrobatics at this point because I don't think it was going to kill Krook, but it might have killed after burn damage, or if not, it was just a 2-hit KO and he couldn't do anything to me anyway. At this point, I make a bit of a misplay. His Haunch Crow is most certainly faster than me because I run max HP, max attack on this Fletchender, so he could have Sucker Punched my acrobatics. So I roost predicting the Sucker Punch, but unfortunately he is just going to kill me off with a Brave Bird. But I make a very risky play here by going into Braviary, because if he went into Ampharos there, he could have Cotton Guard for free and won. I do end up getting the Defiant boost with Canada, though, and, well, I'm going to be able to 2-hit KO this Ampharos because I'm a +1 motherfucking Braviary, and there ain't a damn thing that you can do about an Ampharos. You don't have recovery. Like I said, it's the most bizarre set I've ever seen on an Ampharos. Believe it or not, it was low ladder, which I know I've been yelled at before of uploading, but I kind of wanted to revive this team. I also kind of wanted to show off the stupid nickname thing. Why? What? Like, my question is, like, fine, if you want to implement something like that, go ahead, it's your website, I don't give a shit. But, like, someone was there, with access to the console, typing out the code required for that, thinking, man, I can't wait until the nickname clause is implemented, that's gonna make Showdown such a better place? No! No, it's not! Who cares if you want to name, like, 6 Pokemon Swastika? You should be allowed to! You can in the real games, so why can't you on Showdown? It doesn't make any sense to me. But, this team in itself doesn't really make any sense. The whole idea behind the team was to just look really flappy from Team Preview. Anyway, that's really all I have for today. I just wanted a quick Pokemon upload. You know how it is. I should have a series coming out later today, or early, I guess, technically tomorrow. Wherever you live. Time zones are all relative anyway. But, today I actually had a really busy day, so had myself a little notepad to write down what I needed to get done. And so far I've gotten it all done. It feels pretty good, man. .jpg. Anyway, enough rambling from me. I'm not actually going to do a story time with Takao at the end of this episode, despite a comment on the last video indicating that a lot of you actually like it. But alas, for another day, for another series. I will see you all next time, though. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, a rating would be much appreciated. And I hope to see you all next time. Take it easy, guys. Have a good day. See you later. Peace out.